Welcome everybody to the Less is More podcast for June, 15th, 2017? Jesus Christ. I think this is episode 8. And a lot of things have happened since I've last talked to you guys. First and foremost, fuck the Wi-Fi. Fuck Wi-Fi, period. Man, Wi-Fi just, some days it wants to work, some days it doesn't, and that can really mess with production. So I apologize for that. To all 6 of my subscribers on YouTube, sorry that the podcast has been a week late. I'm planning to give you guys one, obviously today, and then tomorrow, Saturday, if the noise level calms down in this fucking apartment building. But it's pretty cool right now. I think kids are out of school, so if you hear some kids screaming bloody murder in the background, I don't know, they're probably playing soccer in the hallways instead of enjoying the park right across the goddamn street. But I'm not gonna tell someone else's kids what to do. That's not me. I knew what I was like when I was a kid. I too played basketball in the house while I lived down the street from a park with a basketball court. So I know what it's like to be defiant. Anyway, man, we got a lot of stuff to get to today, man. I'm about to get right to it. Where do I start? I'm conflicted because the NBA Finals, the Warriors obviously won, and I was excited that the Warriors won, but I'm a Cavaliers fan, so you can imagine the confusion. You're probably like, "What?" Yeah, I don't believe in bandwagoner fans, but I do believe in respect, and a lot of people are going to argue that KD leaving to go to the winning team, the same team that fucking, basically was his the people that washed OKC. You sort of like a nerd who used to get beat up and he goes to the bully table. That's what KD did. Yeah, you can argue that point, but what LeBron did was, I think, worse in the way he did it. And as a Cavs fan, which I am, I was a Cavs fan before LeBron and I was after, and especially during the Kyrie era. Well, he's still part of the team, but you know what I mean. Like, niggas gotta do what they gotta do. But the way LeBron did it was just so disrespectful, and you can't compare that. You can't compare that to KD. No matter how much you try to dig in and be like, oh, this nigga KD left too. He didn't have a press conference as big as LeBron's, but he left too. Motherfucker, LeBron left, and the way he did it, the attitude, the whole reasoning behind it, and now they want to dress it as, it was sort of like LeBron never went to college, so he had a chance to go to college and he wanted to feel what winning felt like. Fuck that. You're in the NBA. If I had a chance to continue soccer in high school, and I got recruited out of high school, man, fuck Widener, I'm out. Or fuck whatever college was trying to get me. If I had a chance to go to play for Manchester United or something of that sort after high school, nigga, I'm gone. I don't need to go to college to win college championships to know what it feels like to get a ring. Nigga, sign me to a soccer team out abroad. You know what I mean? So I just wanted LeBron, and he was so arrogant when he won it last year in 2016, the finals. So I just want him to feel that, okay, you may be the best to some of these new kids coming up, who don't even know who the fuck Jordan or Kobe is, but you don't compare to them in terms of respect and overall likability. You know what I mean? So I just wanted the Cavs to know that. You got one for the land, thank God. But that shit is over. You're fucking with Draymond, who's the heart of the team. Then you got the 2 best shooters in the league, Steph and Clay, and then Kevin Durant, an all-around come on, an all-around player. Come on. So congrats to the Warriors and the Cavs. We'll be back next year. I already know it. But I just wanted LeBron to have some humility, because ever since winning in 2016. He's been thinking he's more of the shit than he already was. And, I'm always going to be there for Kyrie and the Cavaliers. But LeBron, man, I just feel like you just need to leave again because, you gotta let Kyrie just be the leader again because I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't mean you guys can challenge it. You guys can agree. I mean, I don't care either way. It's my opinion. And congratulations to the Warriors and to the Cavs too for getting that far. And LeBron, he's made it to 8 finals. So, that's an awesome feat. But just have some humility, you motherfucker. You make $2 million a week. People won't see $1 million in their lifetime. So just congrats to all your successes. But anyway, off that, a lot of crazy shit's been happening in the news. A lot of terroristic sort of actions, and we don't really know what factions are behind this, but just be safe out there. That's all I gotta say, man. I mean, no funny shit. Be safe, because shit is popping off out here. And a lot of people have no picks of who they kill, of who they hurt, so if you have a chance to get out of the way and do your own thing and be away from all this drama that can possibly lead to violence, do that, because man, this world is falling apart as we are literally seeing. Like I said the last episode, we are literally seeing the end times, man, and you got to be careful. So that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, man, a lot of shit has happened. Don't you just hate when you meet someone, or you meet someone in a park or whatever, you're minding your own business and they just start talking to you about their whole life story, and you're just trying to take a piss. There's this dude in Washington Square Park near NYU, and I was just peeing in the only available stall next to this motherfucker, and he just talking about some, man, this diabetes is a killer. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. I don't have it, but I'm just saying, I just want to agree with the sake of agreeing, because this guy looked kind of crazy. And he just starts talking to me about how often he pees. I'm like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Starts talking to me about how often he pees and the effects that it has on his life. And I'm like, okay, this dude is semi-interesting and I have nothing else to do today, so I'll listen to his story. And he starts talking. He just starts talking about he went to Rutgers and he has a master's in social anthropology and human psychology, but he's now he's a bounty hunter for people who haven't paid their fucking light bill or whatever. you know how those collecting agencies that call you and fucking berate you on the phone. He's one of those on his day off. He's a 56-year-old man who said he went to Rutgers and he got his master's at what the fuck? Hold on. This hallway. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. This fucking hallway, man. Unbelievable. But yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking about, shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the guy at the park. He's 56. He went to Rutgers before it was called Rutgers University. So I guess it was College of New Brunswick. I don't know what the fuck it was called. And then he said he went to Princeton. He showed me all the tags that he, all the Princeton memorabilia. So I guess I believed him. But bro, I don't know if I believed him, because he could have just stole that Princeton and carved a knife from anybody. You know what I mean? And he's talking about how he went to jail for 10 years because this dude owed him money, and he hit the nigga with a stun gun, and he didn't know the guy had a pacemaker. Bro, blew out his whole shit. So it was sort of accidental manslaughter. I don't even know what the fuck you call that. It wasn't funny when he was telling me, but bro, how much did he owe you? You gonna stun gun his ass? That's wild. But hey, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't in. I was trying to just eject out of that conversation so fast, but there was really no openings. I don't know. Washington Square Park is just an interesting place overall. But there's gonna be a lot of these kind of stories on this podcast because motherfucker just people don't know how to act. It's like it's so animal. There's a news report of a guy in the Bronx, two Spanish men. They're in a bodega and they were. This is all on security footage too. This report came out like 2 days ago. They were mad that the sandwich maker or the deli guy, he fucked up their order, I guess, for like sandwiches. So they pretend like they're gonna get avocados to like buy, and as soon as the dude turned around, this Spanish dude, no, actually both of them, they just started like 86 miles per hour of like a fastball, like a pitch, to this guy's jaw, shattering his jaw, and now he requires surgery. Like, do you like? And this is the Bronx. This is like Yankee Stadium, which is like 2 streets from where I live. Unbelievable, unfucking believable. Like they shattered. It was like a close range, like almost like a gunshot. Shattered his shit. He had to get surgery that night. Like when his partner in the store called the cops, he had to get surgery that night, dog. Like only in the Bronx do you find some fucked up shit like that. Only here. Manhattan, Manhattan is not the best either. I'm sorry, it's way better than the Bronx. The Bronx to me is the worst fucking borough ever. And I haven't even explored Brooklyn yet, but I can just tell because the Bronx, man, it's just a lot of people who just don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck. You know? So, I mean, I'm praying for that guy because I feel like that's a bodega I went to in the past. But I'm not like sure because they didn't like pan the camera around to show the whole place, but like I mean, the level of inhumanity in this borough is crazy. I don't get it, and I don't like it. I don't like the fact that I have to stay here. But I mean, we do what we have to do. Everybody's story is shitty in the beginning until they become a success, and then you get to talk about what you went through to become a success, and you get to talk about how many drops and dips in the roller coaster took to get to where you are. So, I mean, that's why I stay positive. That's why I'm never like sad, because I know where I'm going. I mean, I can sense my trajectory. So I'm just staying positive. But like, that's why I go out. That's why I go out every day, even if I have nothing to do. I just pack up my laptop, pack up my iPad, just go write. Maybe record the podcast at a rooftop bar just to explore the city, because staying in the Bronx is like not healthy. It's a slave mentality. Like you just stay here, you just caught up in the same shit, the same bad stuff, and now it's the summer. Do you know the crime waves in the summer, especially in the Bronx? Forget about it, dude. Forget about it. It's ridiculous. It's actually spiked. It's like not even gone down with police. It's actually spiked up. Sort of like a rebellion, you know what I mean? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But I don't think that it's gonna get better with just adding more police. I think you just gotta you gotta fix it from the inside. You have to fix it from the inside and let that shit spread to the outside, because the mentalities of the people in the Bronx is not going to change, especially with police enforcement, law enforcement, especially with a surplus of police. Like I'm cool to walk back at like 3 a.m. now because there's police on every corner. So I'm just doing my podcast. Huh? I'm doing my podcast. All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but I'm back, and yeah, but it just but yeah, I mean, pray for the Bronx. That's all I gotta say. A lot of fucked up individuals here. And in lighter news, because I haven't really started with the lighter news yet, I put a post up just promoting my YouTube channel. It's just my name, Lesanachi. You can search that; it'll come right up. But I put a post up about like what the content's about and sort of like my new projects that I'm gonna post on the YouTube channel, not just podcasts anymore. I'm trying to do a lot of other content. And Adam Corolla liked my post, like the official Instagram account of him personally, he liked my post because I had a lot of podcast tags in there. And he's been known to like support new talent and rising talent, and that's huge. That's like whoever, like, for people who don't know, Adam Corolla is like this. He's like an acclaimed comedian, actor, podcast. He has his own. He has like his own network of podcasts. And he's huge in LA. Like, he has a legit studio, a green room. Like, he has state of the art audio equipment, a sound engineer. What else? He has like I think he has one or two co-hosts. Beautiful family. Like, he's just living the life, and he took the time to like my post, and that's huge, man. So I just DM'd him like, thank you, appreciate the shout out, like, you're an inspiration to like the whole podcast community. He's had a career of like 25 plus years. Well, 25 years. I think a little bit over that, and he's just a legend. He's like one of the GOATs in like in radio personalities, period. So I think that that was huge, and I'm gonna post. I screenshotted the like like a toddler that just met his favorite baseball player after having the baseball card for so many years. Like, that's how I'm just a fan of his, and Adam Carolla's like edgy because Hollywood tried to get him the fuck out of here, but like he just dug his heels in the ground, and he's still here like 20 some odd years later. I remember like he was just always in the news for some bullshit. Like, he's just controversial, but like he took all that blackballing and he just made it into something positive. And now he's like one of the most recognizable names in radio and in comedy and just overall content production. So shout out Adam Corolla, man, you're a legend. Thank you for liking my post, and I appreciate it. I hope to even get half the fans you have. So thank you, I appreciate that, boss. And I'm gonna shout you out on this next post that I dropped this afternoon. So thank you for that. Man, we got a lot of what else came out? Oh yeah, shout out to Everyday Struggle on Complex, man. That show is breaking the internet every episode. That's crazy. And just the content and the interviews they've had, 2 Chainz, SZA, Lil Yachty, Wale, all the interviews they've had, they've all been, hit viral episodes. So just, you guys are really doing it for the culture. You guys are changing the way TV's being presented, and just hip-hop news overall, hip-hop facts. And it's a lot, man. So just thank you. Just shout out to Everyday Struggle on Complex News, man. They're really hitting. So shout out DJ Academics, Nadeska, shout out Joe Budden, shout out, it's a lot of you guys. So keep doing your thing, keep rolling, man. There is a resurgence of what's it called? Of podcasts. Like, podcasts used to be not extinct because they were so fresh, and they're only 10 years old, because they really started popping 2005, 2006. You mean the podcast era really started. So but yeah, podcasts are becoming almost a culturally relevant in terms of just getting information in tidbit, snackable sizes for people to just digest on their commute to work, or even in the office. Just if you want to know something real quick or you want to laugh, podcasts are the way to do it. And I just think that's awesome. So shout out to all the podcasts out there. After that post, the one that Adam Corolla liked, I got a lot of love. Well, I was getting love before that, and then when he liked it, I got like more. So I appreciate all the rising podcasters also liking my status, and I'm getting a little more followers than usual. So I'm just gonna keep my momentum going, because I may only have 6 subscribers on YouTube, but that's a good start, I guess, for someone who just got into the YouTube game, which I should have been in it years ago, but I'm just like officially getting into it. Another update: my SoundCloud profile has I filled up all my hours for SoundCloud downloads. So, in order to get more, in order to get more recording minutes, I got to delete some videos. I don't want to do that for the people who haven't heard the other episodes. So I'm just gonna move all videos. I'm gonna put the YouTube links in the bio. So the newest video will be in my bio. So you can just click on that and you can go right to the YouTube. You go right to the YouTube video, which is linked to my channel anyway. So, and that's I think YouTube is a better platform to listen on, because not a lot of people have SoundCloud, and if I hit a certain number of subscribers on YouTube, I get to verify my channel, and I can just share the podcast links to you directly, and I can get advertisers. So I hope to do all that, and I hope that pops off. Advertisers is the way to go, man, because it's like all about helping each other. So I'm promoting your brand, and you are, and in turn, people hear about your brand through my podcast, which makes them listen more. So it's a kind of a win-win situation. So that's kind of the direction I'm heading in now. Just trying to get my subscriber count up so I can just verify the page, and therefore share my links with every other podcasting network or things of that nature. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and just get the podcast directly from the source, because that's the main source of content development that's happening. It's going to be on YouTube, so just get it from the horse's mouth, and I guarantee you will laugh your ass off. So, oh man, what a week! I have a lot more things to touch on. I don't know if I should save that for tomorrow's podcast. I'm not sure, but yeah, man, a lot of things are happening, man. I just feel that you got to take blessings in all shapes and sizes. You know what I mean? I was talking about slave jobs and how I don't believe in 9-to-5s anymore, but I want to change my position on that, because there's a slave job to me is you go to school for something you're passionate about, and now you're just working at some dead-end job just to stay afloat for your rent, or just to even eat or so. That's a job that's and they treat you like shit. That's a slave job to me. You know what I mean? So I want to correct my correct the definition. But if you have a job that you're passionate about, and you can't wait to, and you wake up, you can't wait to come to every day, then but it just happens to be during the hours of 9 and 6 or 8 and 4. You know what I mean? That's fine. That's as long as you're passionate and you don't fall asleep at your fucking desk, and you're in it, and you really want to be okay, that's a different story. That's okay, that's cool. It's sort of you're winning in your own right. Yeah, but if you're if you went to school for art history, yeah, but you're a manager at McDonald's, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but I consider that it's not fulfilling. So, but I'm learning to take blessings that come in all sizes. I've been reaching out to partner with different studios. Well, not film studios. I mean podcasting studio spaces, and just reaching out to partner. How can I advertise your website so I can have free recording time? Yeah, not free, but basically very cheap, close to nothing recording time. So I'm just trying to market my own business the best way I know how, just by the gift of gab. So, and that's God given. The gift of gab is God given. So if you can talk and sell with just your personality, you're winning. So I I'm doing that, and yeah, man, it's all about rolling the dice, man. If you want to take a risk, but don't look back and regret all your failures. You know. A matter of fact, don't look back at all your failures. Just keep on going, because who knows? You too might be able to record a podcast in the hallway of your aunt's apartment. You too may be able to use the echo to amplify your voice. Sorry, got an email from on my DP talking about this new. We're talking about the shot lists and the storyboarding for Edith. Like I said, Edith is gonna most likely film all of July, or we're gonna film and reshoot a lot of scenes probably in July, and we're gonna have post. We're gonna work on post probably the end of July all the way to the middle, close to the end of August, and that's gonna be a bitch because editing and chopping and screwing and putting and piecing together, that's always the hardest part of any film. So, but I plan to have all of Edith done way before Sundance submissions and Tribeca submissions, because that's why I'm aiming for the big fish. And if we get selected and it screens at Sundance, then off to Utah I go, motherfucker. I always wanted to go to Utah, be the first black man to freeze to death. But I'm just trying to secure the bag any way I know how. But I'm not I want to be a filmmaker that does it all. I don't mind being a screenwriter that has like a day job. I don't even like to call it a day job. Like it has another career, has two careers. Like I'm a screenwriter, and I go into the office and help content development at a company or a firm. I have no problem doing that because I want to wear different hats. So, and wearing different hats means you collect different bags. And in this day and age, only thing people are concerned about is securing the bag. So that's what I'm concerned about now. But don't do things for the love of money, because I personally hate money. It ruins people's lives sometimes, and it kind of poisons the mind of the innocent. But unfortunately, you need money to survive. So you kind of gotta play like you're in love with money. But if you're happy what you do, passionate, and you make like $11 an hour, bro, just smile, because there's people that don't even do what they love, and they have internal problems because they're just miserable every day. So I love the position I'm at right now. I do roll the dice a lot, but I mean that's always been me. I've always rolled the dice. I've always been that way. So that's Leslie in a nutshell. Yeah, I got more. I'm going to hit you with some film updates on Film Friday. That's probably a new segment I'm going to start, Film Fridays. Just talk about films and, I'll put a little comedic spin on them. So what films rock, what films suck, all that stuff. So that's probably coming. But no, it's definitely coming on Friday. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for listening, whoever's listening. Hopefully with persistence, I can grow this podcast base, and I know I will. So it's all a matter of saying, yes, you can. Yes, I can. All right, I'm sorry about that. Thank you for listening to Less is More podcast. And as always, less is more content, less is more media, and less is more entertainment. Thank you. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.